everybody. So today we're going to try Cafe con Leche. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Coffee Stout from Waypost Brewing Company. They are out of Michigan, Fenville, Michigan to be exact. I just reviewed another one from them, but I went to Megabev and they had about 9 different ones, so I picked some of them up. So this one's 6.5% ABV. I'm not going to read the side of it. I did on the other one by mistake, but I just wanted to see what was in it actually. But $3.59 is what I paid for this. Let me see. This has been sitting out a half hour. Usually I drink my coffee cold, so it's going to depend on you how you drink your stouts, coffee stouts, whatever kind of stouts, how warm you want them. Sometimes I'll let them sit out an hour before I review them, but usually on my coffee ones it won't be that long because again I like my coffee cold. I want to taste it cold. I don't want it to be warm. So in this one, yeah, light chocolate colored head, pretty much all small bubbles, about a half a finger of head. For the color on this one, I'd say coffee. It is not black at all, and I guess since I don't know when the last time was I did a stout. There. It is not black. Hopefully that worked. Yeah, it's definitely a dark amber brown, not black. Doesn't really matter at the end of the day. No, not at all. Let's go ahead and smell. Medium roast coffee, maybe a little bitterness in there, maybe a touch of sweetness, but for the most part, yeah, I did see. Dang it, I forgot it. I want to say on Untapped said this had like 60 IBUs in it, and I could get some of that bitterness in there. Um, and that's what made me remember I did look at the IBUs. But yeah, I would say medium roast coffee. Maybe the smell is a little bit higher than that. Uh, I definitely don't want to say like a French roast or some espresso or something like that. It does have a little bit of sweetness in there, but it's kind of a bolder coffee. It's not a city roast, anything like that. I think it's medium. So let's go ahead and try. Um, I'm trying to decide if it's trying to go sweet. It's like you get that coffee, but then there's like some sweetness that kind of cuts the coffee. It's just not that big bold coffee. There's a little bit the bitterness does seem to be up there. Almost like you're at the last couple sips and even into the aftertaste it seems like that bitterness keeps going up, and I don't know what hops are. I'm guessing it's from hops. It's not from the coffee beans. I don't believe. Um, I don't know if I've had a coffee beer that's had this much bitterness in the back. I could it be from the malts too? The higher SRM malts giving off that bitterness. It seems like there's more than just a coffee bean. And I have, yeah, it's kind of like coffee grounds in the back end. Um, yeah, maybe a little too much. Kind of off-putting. Um, the front's a little sweeter coffee. But yeah, then it seems like that back end a little too much bitterness for a stout, even a coffee stout. Uh, yeah, a little as your palate warms up, it's a little too much. Huh. I would go 3.5 out of 5. The back, if the back wasn't there, I would probably go 3.75, maybe a touch higher. Um, but yeah, a little too much bitterness on the back end there. That has to be from hops. I don't think that's from um, the coffee beans. Let's look at the back of this. Just okay, cold steep, Colombian beans, snake oil roasters. Contains lactose. Okay. Yeah, snake oil roasters is where they're getting the coffee from. Yeah, you can kind of tell up front that sweetness, as I was saying, that I thought there was some things there. It doesn't. It definitely doesn't come off as a vanilla. It comes off as a sweetness. The lactose does. But yeah, 3.5. Is it drinkable? Yes. Um, oh, 30 IBUs. So I whatever I looked at obviously wasn't this. Um, I would say it's close perceived as closer to 60. I've had two IPAs. Well, a pale ale, no, three. I had a pale ale, an IPA, and a triple IPA. And I think this, ta perceived wise, has the most bitterness. Excuse me. One friend has checked it in 3.75 out of 5. 311 people, man, have checked it in overall 3.76. So I'm a little bit lower. Coffee, roasty, smooth, coffee-ish, lactose. Okay, so they're getting lactose. This says bold, roasty, and flavorful. Um, Bold and roasty, I'm having a hard time. I think it's medium and it's almost like burnt. I could go as far, even right now, I can feel it. It's almost like ashy burnt. Um, like higher SRM malts, black patent malt, carafa malts, like a lot of that was used, and that's what's making that bitterness, maybe. But I would think if they would have used a ton of that, this thing wouldn't be brown. This thing looks more like a cup of coffee than a stout. Um, I just want to see if anybody decent stout, kind of thin. It's a coffee stout. It should be thick. I'm just gonna look at a couple more. Tasty. That's all they said. So yeah, it'll be up to you. I would say pick it up, pick a single up if you can find it. I'm probably gonna pick some more of their stuff up. They don't date anything, right? Yep, no date on this one either. But I'm guessing they're new. I know the last time I was at Megabev, they did not have these, and when I went yesterday, they had a ton of them. So yeah, pick one up if you can find it. If you enjoyed this review, check some more out over here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. And until next time, cheers.